Hi, Helen here at Bruckhills Croft. Even though it's mid-May, we're having quite a few snow showers today, so I'm not getting much gardening done. So instead I thought I'd come into the house and do some pressed flower pictures. Now I've been round the garden in between the showers with a bowl and just picked a selection of small flowers that are around and about. There's quite a lot of different primulas at the moment. There's everlasting wallflowers, the bleeding heart, quite a few alpine flowers as well. And I've also remembered to pick a few leaves, some nice ferny ones to go at the back of the pictures. So I've split out the different flowers and plants that I've picked. So here I've got some sprays of flowers that I'll dry as sprays. They're tiny flowers on the forget-me-nots, too fiddly to do individually, so they'll get pressed as sprays of flowers. And then we have some leaves here. There's some cow parsley and clematis. There's some yellow spirea at the top there. And then there's some nice geranium flowers, leaves there that I've got spots on. Thought might look quite good pressed. Then we've got individual flowers that are slightly larger than the forget-me-nots. So we've got alpine strawberries and bleeding hearts, violas, various primroses. And I've also picked some individual petals off plants such as the cornflower, because I thought they might look quite good for filling in. As well as the flowers, I've managed to get hold of some blotting paper, which is sort of the traditional thing for doing pressed flowers with. But you could easily use kitchen roll if you haven't got any of this at home. And I've also got a selection of heavy hardback books, because I don't have a flower press. So you can use these instead. It's just something that are flat and hard, and you can get up to quite a bit of weight by adding a few together. So the first thing I've done is separate out some of the flowers, and I've laid them out on the blotting paper. I've tried to keep similar ones together, so similar size and thickness. So this is mainly primroses of various kind, although there's some dead nettle flowers there as well. And I've also put them face down for the ones that I want to remain open when they're pressed. This is easier than trying to do it the other way up, because once they're laid out with their faces facing the paper, they tend to stay flat and open. What you don't want is any really thick chunky calyxes behind the flowers, because this will stop you getting the flowers themselves nice and flat. So any flowers such as the primroses that have these chunky calyxes, and just pull those off gently without damaging the flowers. It's worth noting at this point that you might as well discard any damaged flowers or any that have got any insect damage or anything like that on them, because once they're pressed you're not going to use those in the flowers because you'll really see that they're damaged. So you might as well discard them now and just use the space that you've got for good flowers. Then once you've got them all laid out, you simply put another sheet of blotting paper on the top, like so. Put the double sheets of blotting paper with the flowers in between onto a book. It's easier if you use a book as a base so that you can move them off the table and move them somewhere else easier. And then you simply put another hardback book on the top. Then you start all over again with another sheet of blotting paper or kitchen towel, lay out your flowers and then put another book on the top. You can keep building that stack up as high as you like, but around about 6 to 8 books is enough usually to get a good weight, to get them nice and flat. Now depending on the water content in the flowers depends on how long they'll take to press. Usually about 2 to 4 weeks is about right. So if you get these started off today, in about 2 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks, they should be ready to be made into pictures. So this is quite a good activity for lockdown for children to have a go at, because you can take them around the garden and explain the different flowers, then you can bring them in and do this. Then a bit of patience unfortunately while they dry, and then everyone can have a go at gluing them into pictures, or maybe some cards that you can send off to family members or people that you're missing. I hope you've enjoyed watching and feel inspired to get out into the garden and have a go at this yourself. It really is a nice way to fill in an afternoon. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.